Good morning, guys. So I am Diana. I am here with Level Up Dice at Gen Con this weekend. I wanted to talk to you all about things that Level Up Dice does, some of our luxury products, and to give you a little tour of all the different materials we work with so that we can see if there's a good match for you. Mike, I'm going to start you off with two of my personal favorites. These are our handcrafted semi-precious stones, amethyst and raised obsidian, two of our most popular.
Very nice.
They're all handcrafted, all very unique, which means they're going to have a nice, warm, natural texture in the palm of your hand. Give me a roll.
8 and a 9.
8 and a 9. Good way to start the day. Because of the uniqueness of our different handcrafted materials, we do a selection process whenever someone takes a set home. So you can actually see over here two sets of amethyst lined up side by side. There's a lot of variation from piece to piece, even with the color of the stone as well as the texture, inclusions. Things are going to make a difference to you and your set. So we'll actually lay out two side by side and let you pick and choose the pieces that you're taking home with you so that you can have a personalized set of those stones.
Very nice.
It's just one of the natural materials we work with. This is my wooden die. That's actually cherry, one we no longer produce. But how does that feel, Mike?
It's much lighter.
It's very light, and the reason for that is that we don't put a heavy veneer, no heavy polish. We don't fill in the numbers on those because we want to maintain a perfect balance. We'll actually take the wood and x-ray it before we start carving, find the densest part and go out from there. And then we CNC machine in the numbers to maintain that perfect balance and make sure that you're getting nice even rolls, even with the natural material where we can't control the density. After wood, we move into my personal favorite material. This is CNC machined aircraft grade aluminum. This is a 6063 aluminum. CNC machined to 99.95% precision and then anodized in one of hundreds of beautiful color combinations. Go ahead and give that one a roll. Ooh. Nice and light as far as the metal is concerned, but that 99.95% precision means that if you take that D20 and roll it 1,000 times, you're going to get just as many 20s as you do ones, which is perfect for those players who sit down at a table and feel like they can't roll above a 5 to save their life.
Well, I rolled above a 5 on all of those. So.
I'm really proud of you. Good job.
Yeah.
Let's see how the cage dice like you. So we love this material and we can do so many interesting things with it that we decided to take it a step further. We take our CNC machine to anodized aluminum and we actually put it back in the CNC machine and we carve and we carve and we carve until that core becomes an independent piece. So it is free floating in there. If you give it a roll,
jingly.
It jingles to you, which is why we call them our bar dice. It's a very appealing sound and tactilely they're really fun to play with.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of machining to go from the solid to the cage, but we think it's worth it. It offers a very unique play experience. Aluminium is a very light metal, but we do work with some heavier stuff. I'm going to put you at both ends of the spectrum here. This is stainless steel as well as brass. So the stainless steel is nice and heavy. It's actually food grade stainless steel. So when you're sitting down at the table and you aren't actually playing, pop them in the freezer for a few minutes, put them in your favorite beverage, they'll chill it right out. Geekiest drink at the table. Now the brass on the other hand is going to oxidize over time, get that beautiful patina that's going to show the blood, the sweat, and the tears. Everything that you're putting into that campaign is going to reflect in the die.
Yeah, I can tell this one's been used a bit. It's got some nice little...
It's well loved.
Yep.
Well loved.
Very nice.
And then from there we move on to the biggest kahuna. This is tungsten.
Oh.
So tungsten is the third heaviest solid state metal in the world. So naturally we had to make dice out of it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drop that from about 6 inches up.
Whoa.
Makes quite the impression on both the table as well as your players.
Right. I'm super glad I didn't break your glass.
You know what? It wouldn't be the first time it's been dropped on the glass. We always have a deep breath moment, but we move past it. And then the other thing that I want to point out to you is the different fonts that you see here. So we design all of our own fonts. We make everything in-house, which means that we have a lot of creative control over the products that we're releasing. We rotate our fonts with the stones every year and then with our metals every 4 months or so to make sure that every time you see our booth, it's constantly changing. It isn't just the same stuff over and over again. The idea is to offer you a luxury experience when you come to a convention and really want to splurge on that special set for your new character. So, in front of you right now, our booth contains a lot of semi-precious stones. We usually carry about 40 varieties, excuse me. Again, something for everybody there. I have a full case of the aluminiums in all these beautiful different colors, as well as our heavy metals down here. And then wood, true stone, and yak horn. Some of those more natural materials, those things that are going to have a very different textural appeal. And we also partner with artists. So if you look around our booth, you're constantly going to see things that you wouldn't be able to pick up at other conventions that are all unique, all handcrafted, and things you can only get through us.
Yak horn, that's legal in the United States?
It is. It's humanely raised yak. It actually comes from Australia. Those yaks live good, long lives, and then donate their horns to us players. No fillers, no resins, no polymers in there, so it is a solid chunk of bone that you're playing with, which is a very unique product. We are currently the only people doing that. And then we actually have licensed products here this weekend too. So we work with a lot of different companies. The two that were announced this weekend were Legends of the Five Rings, as well as Vampire the Masquerade, which we're both very excited about. It offers something new to those players who have been diehard fans of those games and who haven't had a luxury gaming set yet. So we're very excited about that this weekend as well.
Awesome. I know you had a lot of announcements leading into the show last week and
absolutely.
this week. Why don't you show us some of those as well as the exclusives you were just talking about?
Yeah, perfect. So, in front of us right now, we have our semi-precious stones. Now, we offer a lot of different varieties, but some of the things that we've released very recently have been our ionized clear quartz as well as ionized hematite. So this is our raised numbering style on a set of clear quartz dice. We've then fused a metallic exterior and sandblasted away the rest of it to make sure that you get those beautiful Technicolor numbers, true unicorn dice.
Yeah. That's very pretty. I remember seeing the pictures of this and thinking, I really want to see this in person, and it doesn't disappoint.
And again, you get to do the selection process with that because that rainbow plating is going to look different from piece to piece. We want to make sure that you're getting a set that fits the aesthetic you like. Going from the Technicolor to the matte black, this is Shadow Mask. It's our newest iteration of the raised obsidian, and we released last year at New York Comic Con. Now this one has a very intricately carved pattern on the outside that's perfect for any rogue. It has a very dark gothic appeal to it.
Yeah, I like these. That's nice.
And they're nice and light because it is a volcanic glass. So even though it looks like it's something that's going to be dangerous, has a very very roguish light on the foot kind of feel. Other new things are going to be different glyphic styles. So these are Arboretum, which is inspired by the forest floor, all of those leaves, sticks, twigs, things that you're going to find that are kind of going to give you sort of a druid feel, that very natural appeal. In two of our most popular stones, so that's Picture Jasper and Ruby and Zoisite.
Oh, those are both very beautiful.
And again, the stone offers a really unique texture. It's something that you don't get from a plastic set of dice. Additionally, this is our new hieroglyphic in Tiger's Eye as well as hematite. So if you turn that over in your hand, you'll see all kinds of different Egyptian-inspired patterns. My personal favorite, however,
that's
is the little duck on the hematite nice. D4. I wouldn't even be sad about rolling a 2 if he came up. Right. You aren't as upset about your bad rolls if it's pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the cool initiatives that we just started doing recently was a partnership with Game to Grow. Now, Game to Grow is a non-for-profit that's dedicated to enhancing life through gaming, basically. They work with a lot of people who might face some social issues, things like that, to help make them more comfortable. And it's a wonderful company. We love working with them on all kinds of stuff. We helped them with their Critical Core Kickstarter recently. So one of the things that we decided to do with them was our new life cog system.
Oh, very interesting. So this is like a counter. Oh, that's
exactly.
a nice...
So you can use it as a life counter or anything from 0 to 99. The outer cog is going to be standardized. However, the inner cog is interchangeable. So the whole idea is that they're collectible. You can swap them out. We have a couple of different varieties. So here's Aurorad and Abyssal
beautiful.
Dimetric, both of which are level up dice exclusives. You can't get them elsewhere. Now, Critical Core has two of their, Game to Grow has two of their own. They have the Critical Core as well as the Game to Grow card, both of which are in limited quantity. We try and do very exclusive items, things that you can't get everywhere, so this appeals to that. They're collectible, they're tradable, and they're useful, which is really nice. So that's perfect. And the fact that we have some, including titanium cogs, things that you might not be able to afford a full set of dice with, but it's beautiful. They're designed to appeal to gamers who maybe don't have a need for a polyhedral set, but you know, those commander players, things like that, it's good for them to have. Plus, it's just a nice tactile thing to have.
Yeah, no, I like the use of the magnets. That's really cool.
As far as other exclusive items, so I'm sure everyone has seen the Wormwood announcement for their redesigned Hero Vault.
Right.
We work very closely with Wormwood. We love them. We love their product, and we know that it's quality. And it's quality that goes hand in hand with what we do here. So we like to showcase them, and we love having our product at our booth. This is their new redesigned Hero Vault. We have it before they do, which is pretty sweet. So it's got this hexagonal shape with a honeycomb pattern inside. It'll hold a full set of dice as well as an extra D20 for initiative or advantage rolls in there. Nice strong vacuum, keep everything nice and tight.
Yeah, that's super nice.
And it holds up to tungsten, so you can hold it upside down with a full set of tungsten inside.
Oh,
and
wow.
It still won't come open. We offer 3 exclusive woods that you can't get through Wormwood, at least not as part of their foray team. So it's something that, again, is pretty cool for us, and naturally it has the awesome D20 logo on top.
Funny how it fits in there perfectly.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know. So strange. Yeah. So strange. So as far as our licensed products are concerned, we have some really interesting things that we finally get to show off. We've been planning them for months, and Gen Con was the perfect place to reveal them. So in my rolling tray here, you can see our new Legend of the Five Rings dice, white lavender jade as well as obsidian.
Oh,
so
this
you
is
can
beautiful.
Exactly. You can protect the chrysanthemum throne, make sure that your clan is coming out on top and you're beating everybody else to that position of power. And now it's a luxury gaming set that you can use with your L5R RPG game to really show off at that table. And then we have our Vampire the Masquerade dice. So these are designed for 9 of the clans that exist, as well as a standardized set that you could use for any of the clans. We have blood dice as well as the standard there. Go ahead and feel those. Again, that's our CNC machined aluminium. Now these are actually laser engraved as opposed to that CNC machining, which means even though they have perfect balance, which isn't hard on a D10, we can get far more detail, which allows us to do some of those really cool clan designs, like the Malkavian and the Toreador, some of those ones that are a little more complex.
The heft and just the feel is really nice.
Much more appealing than a plastic set, I think you'd agree.
Oh yeah. All right.
And even though a standard set of dice is 10 regular dice as well as 5 blood dice, we understand how expensive that can get, so we are allowing people to just buy singles. That way you can pick up something special for your vampire character and not break the bank. That's all I've got. That is it.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Diana.
Oh, my pleasure. I would love to have Mike himself just take a look around the booth because I'm sure he'll find something that he loves. But to all of you, I hope I get to see you at a convention, and I can't wait to find your perfect set of dice.
Yeah.